I promised you Berlin, Joseph. Did you doubt me?
If I did, I would kill you.
How better to show you my love than to give you a city for your birthday?
I could think of a few possibilities. Yeah. What?
Some things you are not cleared to see. Come, we are late for the briefing.
What is so important you interrupt a private briefing, Gradenko? Or you waste our time with magic shows?
This is Elba Island. Reconnaissance detected an Allied transport landing. Our agents went there, saw this, shot the videotape, and then nothing. It hadn't moved. We would have caught them. It simply disappeared.
Show me again. It's impossible. Whole units. I must know what can do this, Nadia. If it is a weapon, I must have it.
It could prove a formidable companion to our Iron Curtain project.
Iron Curtain?
You don't need to know about this, Comrade Kukov. Do we control Elba Island?
The area's resistance continues to offer the Allies support, but we have been dealing with these...
No excuses, comrade. We need that island. No, Gradenko. You stay. Send the captain to handle this.
Use our subs to keep more Allied units from landing and eliminate our enemies from the island.
Welcome back, Commander. I feel like I must apologize for what we just saw. Also, no thanks to Kukov, who tells us that we're not cleared to see the rest of whatever was gonna go on there. Like, you're not really helping us out there, buddy. We're not cleared to see the rest. We've seen enough. I'm pretty sure you can, imagine what the rest happens with Stalin. Oh, and hey, audio cut. Why? Don't think about it. Thanks. Also, it's rather interesting that apparently Stalin just has his bedroom next to his meeting room. Or, if it's a short distance anyways, because it certainly didn't button up his clothes. Oh, hey, there's a money crate. You can waste your time getting it if you want. I kinda do or don't, I forget. It's been a while since I recorded this. The initial attack on the base is... I don't want to say repelled. Just build a barracks and they all just decide to leave. Saves you the busy work of having to actually take them down, which is nice. This map is another memorable one from my childhood, due in part to preferring to play the Soviets, so I played this second, so this is always going to be more fresh in my mind. But I always seem to play the other version of this map. It's not a whole lot different. There's some changes with just like where some units are, and general map structure, but overall it's the same goal that you're trying to achieve. Yeah, maybe it's not smart to send guys up with flamethrowers. Oops. I think this is also a time where, like, for whatever reason, the audio settings changed on me again. I feel like it does it every once in a while. Either way, it's kind of why the unit sounds are a little low right now. I'm pretty sure I fixed it at some point. So we can see that the map's rather large, which is a nice change. There's also at least 3 ways into our base. There's the obvious group up north. There's a land bridge, I guess we'll call it, to the west. And the northwest looks like some Allied units can kind of meander through somewhere.
Construction options. Building.
Echo reporting. Acknowledged. Echo reporting.
Sometimes I wonder if, like, gunboats just decide to give up because they don't actually, like, move around, which is weird. It's almost as if, like, the sub is shooting from just outside its range, so it doesn't quote-unquote see it. And thinking about line of sight, I don't think I ever... Like, I only just came to wonder if the... Do the AI allies get the satellite? Or do they just know everything on the map in the first place? Well, regardless, we can see that there's a civilian that's popped some smoke. When it comes to the whole prevent the allies from calling in reinforcements, that's kind of what they're talking about. I feel like that mechanic is maybe a little bit more prevalent on the other variation of this map, but we see it here all the same. I also didn't think about it then, and it kind of makes sense to do it now, but I guess there's nothing really stopping you from using your subs to clear the path like I've done. Get a transport, load up 5 heavy tanks, and then just go to town on the construction yard. The allies clearly don't have anything that really prepares them to defend, so it's kind of a fair game. I should probably also mention that this is one of those, like, very rare maps where you're actually against 2 different allies. Oh, and having those extra boxes just there, being really hard to spot, kind of a jerk move. But yeah, getting back to the whole ally thing, it's very rare to see, like, multiple groups or multiple armies, I guess, that are part of an alliance. And no, I don't quite know what led the enemy harvester to just waltz into my base. There's plenty of other fields nearby that they could go for, so who knows. And not only do the Allies have, well, there's multiple, teams, they actually get thieves. Yeah, thieves. Rather early. And for, again, whatever reason, there's just no protection offered to the construction yard, which really just makes it weird. The whole reason they went ape shit was literally because I took out the harvester. As we've seen before, once you attack a harvester, the AI just goes crazy with trying to defend them. And it's very sneaky, but if you never actually check, there is a land bridge on the right, which effectively gives the enemy a backdoor into your base. If you don't scout it and they send some units through there, it can kind of mean a bad time. I mean, it's not an unreasonable place to, say, put a couple power plants. It would help if my own harvesters didn't, decide to suicide over there as well. I guess it's just fair. I really don't get what the AI was trying to do there. They're just not usually that bad with defending stuff, especially the construction yard. One really neat thing about having, spy planes, paratroopers, and parabombs, the fact that the spy plane just regenerates so frequently in terms of its use makes it really easy to determine if the Allies have power or not. Obviously, there's the gap generators, and if you can see, territory on the map that's nearby one, then, it's fairly easy to tell. But on the flip side, if they don't have gap generators, the easiest tell is the AA guns. It doesn't always come up, but, when you have something like a highly specialized objective, or something that requires you to just go and be sneaky with paradrops, kind of important to see if they have AA guns or not. Or functional AA guns, I should say. Can you spot the camo pillbox? It's right next to the refinery. Oh hey, I guess this might be like the second map where the Allies put mines in the way of your harvesters. It's actually nice to see AI that's able and willing to do that. So yeah, there's 2 camel pillboxes, and they're incredibly hard to spot. Now, if you increase the zoom and didn't have some idiot rifle infantry, taking shots, you can kind of get around them. And if you're really careful, you can kind of sort of thread the needle. And then you're able to hit the next refinery. Funnily enough, this mission also shows off an Allied building, or I guess Allied set of buildings. Notice how that building was rather easy to destroy? Oh, and that one too. It turns out that the Allies have access to building fake buildings. I don't recall ever comes up in the actual campaign. Which is kind of weird. All things said and done though, fake structures can be really nice for any purpose. It's a great way to fake out your opponent. They think that you've got a functional base just sprouting tanks from, some highly valuable or maybe contested region, and it turns out it's just a bunch of fake structures. I mean, if you can combine it with a gap generator or two, you've got a pretty effective way of fooling an enemy Soviet player. I guess it should also be mentioned that fake structures, as you might assume, are rather cheap. We're talking about like the low hundreds. And sadly, despite everything we've done, the AI doesn't want to just sell and rush us.
Unit ready. Spy plane ready. Select target.
It just makes this a little awkward because usually you go through this map in a more organic way, where you're attacking the front base, or the front of the base, and then etc. You don't actually cripple it from the get-go and then work your way to the other base. And if I can't reach these gunboats with my tanks, thankfully I can hit one, I should be able to hit the other. It'd be a little slow to send subs all the way back up here.
Unit ready.
I'm actually a little surprised they don't try to hunt for submarines. Or at the very least, your base.
Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Reporting.
Building.
I guess the same could be said about the Harvester that's just decided it no longer has any desire to do anything in life.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Reporting. Yes, sir. No problem. Affirmative. Reporting.
Mission accomplished.